Hello there, my very good friends. On this wrestling news video, we've got some potentially weird news about Naomi's WWE absence.
We have some huge news about WWE contracts coming up.
A major heel turn is being fast-forwarded.
And Xavier Woods on why UK wrestling fans are the best. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the After News.
Okay, let's talk about Naomi. She was... this week her status has been the subject of a bit of discussion because she was set to be on Raw, wrestle on Raw. It was then announced
title defense.
It was just before. It was either just before or during the show. A report came out saying that she was not cleared to compete, so she was pulled from that. And since then, it's been like, well, what's the crack? What's going on? What's going on with Naomi? There's been no word of any injuries or anything like that, just that she was pulled from the show and was unable to compete. Now, there's a report from PW Insider out there. We're going to do a bunch of these at once, stating that she was there. She was at the show, Naomi, earlier in the day. So the match being pulled wasn't a case of her like not making it to the taping or anything. She was in the building for a bit. They say that whatever the reason was, it was very much being kept quiet from other talents, so a bit of privacy. Fightful, Sean Ross Sapp, noted on the post-Raw show that they do that it's unclear what's going on with Naomi at the moment, but he has been told it's legitimate, whatever it is. Brian Alvarez, meanwhile, he's been on Wrestling Observer Live. He said there's a rumor going around surrounding what happened with her, and if it's true, she'll be out for a long, long time. So... it looks like Naomi's going to be gone for a bit. We've no idea why at all. It's not come out. When it does come out, we will talk about it on this very channel. It's only fair to do so. I think that when it comes to... let's talk about this from a wrestling context then. From a wrestling standpoint, the timing's awful, right?
Oh, devastating news for Naomi.
Yeah, difficult from a wrestling standpoint. Of course, this context is all informed by the reason for her being away. But she's in her... pomp, right? She's in full flow. She's kicking ass. She's maybe more over than she's ever been.
Yes, best. I was literally saying last week on a podcast, 2025 is literally kind of Naomi's year. She's transformed as a character. She had the match with Jade at WrestleMania. She had that epic cash-in moment at Evolution, of course, rounding off a brilliant pay-per-view. She subsequently defended it at SummerSlam. No one has sat here and said, well, she should probably drop the title to Stephanie Vacquet at Clash in Paris. As great as Stephanie is, which is a sort of ringing endorsement of how good this Naomi character is doing right now. So just, awful timing. Yeah, exactly. And the thing I always look at when it comes to how people are doing is their overness, right? And she's really over in WWE. Anytime she rides around on the briefcase... I had to get me one of those. It goes coming into work through gates. Yeah. You get mugged where we live. Maybe when the big change at WhatCulture happens, maybe we'll see me heading over into Newcastle on it. TBC. Yeah. Would you prefer TBC or TBM? Ooh, or TBA? TBA. TBA. To be announced. So as far as kayfabe goes, it's difficult timing because she's the champion and a figurehead of the division and all of that stuff. But we just don't know. It's kind of difficult to say much until we know more, really. Because if she's away for an injury or something like that, right? That sucks. Yeah. That sucks, but who knows? Yeah, this is one of those things you really just don't want to speculate on. The way it's been worded by Alvarez in particular, I think people can infer certain things from it, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's probably this. Yeah. It's not our place to do that. We don't know anymore. It's pure speculation. And at the end of the day, whatever it is that's keeping her off telly and stopping her from wrestling, that's kind of her story to report, which is absolutely fair enough. I will say this is one of the reasons why the whole, and we talked about this yesterday with the sort of locker room reaction to the Seth Rollins injury work, why you're kind of making a rod for your own back there, because the next time people hear such and such wrestler, high profile wrestler is not able to compete for whatever reason, people will immediately say, right, what's going on here then? That sets a difficult precedent, right? Because when I first saw the PW Insider report in particular, where it's being kept secretive around talents, immediately my brain went to the Seth Rollins situation. And we wouldn't have done that 6 months ago, really. Yeah, exactly. So it's that's a really good point. We made a video about that yesterday, talking about what it means to work the boys, as they say. And the precedence that consent, it's difficult. People are naturally, when it's injuries and stuff as well, you've spoken about the Kevin Owens neck injury, people were like, he's going to be at Mania to work and all this stuff.
So yeah, it's a tricky economy. The hot take economy is a difficult place to exist. So yeah, obviously WWE have not issued any word on like the title, or they've issued nothing officially, nothing like that. So we'll just see what comes of it. And like we say, when there's updates on this, we will sit here in the studio and talk all about it.
And it's Naomi's position to reveal this as and when she is ready, I
Indeed.
think. Right, let's talk about WWE contract news. It's been a while since we've talked about this following the Karrion Kross stuff, a whole, 2 days? Fightful Select, they were doing one of those Q&As on Fightful Select where it's a slightly more organised way rather than Sean Ross Sapp having to trawl through his Twitter replies and answer the people who aren't being bellends. And they were asked, someone wrote, I often ask about TNA contracts coming up, so I thought I'd ask whose contract is next up in AEW and whose contract is next up in WWE, and the response was as follows. Next, I don't know. The Miz and Dragon Lee have deals coming up at the end of the year unless they have been extended. Other than that, we haven't heard of many that are up in the next year. Nick Khan's employment contract is up at the end of the year. It's official. Nick Khan is All Elite. You heard it here first.
Nick and Tony teaming up.
But this is interesting for a variety of different reasons. For the sort of, it runs the gamut, doesn't it? Really, you would assume Nick Khan is sticking around in WWE. There's no reason why they want to push him out the door. I think he's, you watch the talk about him on Unreal and stuff like that. He is a quintessential part of what WWE is nowadays, for better or for worse, depending on how you feel about him. The Miz is kind of, it'd be. If I read the Miz is All Elite as a graphic that wasn't just a fan-made one, I think my head would fall off.
Yeah, me too.
He feels like he's a lifer, doesn't he, within WWE, one way or another, whether he's, and he doesn't seem like he's slowing down in the ring anytime soon, but there's also, he's got years and years of wrestling behind him. He's no doubt someone, and he's a very creative individual. That's the whole reason he was brought into this business. You wouldn't be surprised if you hear that he's being asked to consult on certain things, perhaps. Dragon Lee, incredibly talented, really underutilised, in my opinion,
Agreed.
in WWE. So, but also someone you could see them going, well, we'll just see how this one plays out in the next year.
Yeah. All three of them, let's talk about them as well. The Miz, I think he'll be there for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Or as long as he wants to be there. So I do think he'll re-sign. It's The Miz. He's the most WWE. If you went into ChatGPT or any AI and wrote, generate a WWE wrestler, it'd be The Miz.
Yeah.
He's in the perfect place. He's right there in the ideal environment for him. Dragon Lee, I think, is kind of the opposite. If I'm Dragon Lee, I'd be maybe considering my options here and thinking, hey, I want to, if he wants to wrestle more and have more substantial matches and stuff like that. Past couple of years of his booking have shown that he's probably not in the best place for himself, and he should maybe explore those options. Maybe he just wants to stay and hang out.
We saw glimpses of it on Raw. That monkey flip spot into the Styles Clash that they had was great. But then again, he is trying to fight off multiple versions of El Grande Americano right now.
This is it. There has not been a single Dragon Lee match in WWE that has been as good as the worst hit match with him and Hiromu Takahashi. Right?
Yeah.
He just doesn't. The ceiling's not there for him in WWE, and he's an in-ring ability first kind of guy. I think he'd be better off elsewhere.
He must be torn as well, because his brother Wes is down in NXT, then Keith is over in AEW, and we still don't know the status of his other brother, Brocco. So
Shut the hell up!
It's all of them, yeah.
Good grief. I've run out of Lee's.
Nick Khan's going nowhere, is he?
Yeah, Christopher Lee. His brother Saruman. Nick Khan. Look, Nick Khan is the...
Nick Khan deletes his own contract from the spreadsheet. Get rid of that guy. He's getting paid to... Oh, it's me.
Whoops. Fired myself. Nick Khan's the most powerful person in WWE. In terms of people who are working in WWE day to day, that's their job. Not talking about Ari Emanuel and Endeavor board people and all of that stuff. Nick Khan is the boy. He's the president. He's on the board of directors. He's Triple H's boss.
He is. Sorry, I was just envisaging, because obviously he's, like you say, he's always a name we mention when it comes to them making cuts or contract negotiations and stuff like that. It's not going to work like this. Like you say, he's part of this huge business, but he's very high up in it. I just envisaged him having his own contract negotiations.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, Nick. What do you reckon about what you want to do next? Well, Nick, I'm looking for a big pay increase, to be honest.
Well, this is it. Nick, the Netflix deal's great. The Paramount deal's great. Here's all the money. Yeah.
Like lowballing himself.
So like, love him or hate him, right? Nick Khan has become something of a boogeyman for people who want to blame.
Yeah.
And look, he's a savage. He's an animal. Every single interview this guy does, he's like, I don't believe in out-of-office emails.
Oh, yeah, that was insane, wasn't it?
I don't believe in holidays.
Yeah, I like it. I like to take sort of partial retirement for a couple of days a week on like a Saturday and Sunday and then pick up my job again. But even that's not apparently allowed.
Sleep. He hates sleep.
It's really no F's given when it comes to interviews with him, doesn't it?
He must work like 200-hour weeks. Is that even possible? No, it's not possible, but
I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows? I can't do maths. He's an animal.
I think we're short a bit.
Yeah. In terms of business, he is one of the main reasons why WWE is. He's the one making these deals and stuff. He's Triple H's boss, like we said. So I'd be amazed if Endeavor were not just totally thrilled with what Nick Khan's doing in terms of the profit and the deals and all these things that are coming through. He's just, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to every single one of these interviews because I'm like, what are you on?
I can't get my head around people like that in business generally, by the way. And I've worked out he could do a 200-hour week because you just have to fly back and forth from Japan.
The Hogan protocol.
There you go. 400 days a year, baby.
You know what he reminds me of? Have you ever seen that TikTok where it's a guy who's like, I have 3 8-hour days. And it's like,
oh God, he's the worst, isn't he?
Yeah. And he's like, I wake up at 6 a.m. and I work 8 hours 2 p.m. That's my first day.
What are you talking about?
It's like by the end of the week I've worked 21 days.
You stack that up, I'm kicking your ass.
Add that over a year, I'm lapping you or something like that.
Knock yourself out, mate. I'm happily just. I want to sit out in the sunshine and have an ice lolly today. I don't know what part of that day works out for you.
It's the best clip.
It's like the bloke who. It's like those insane people. Like, here's my day, and it's like I wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah. And it's like,
what are you doing?
I go to bed at 1 a.m. and wake up at 3.
No, half of them go to bed at like 6 p.m. I was like, how about you just shift that and have a normal night's sleep?
There's always, is it GQ who do those videos where it's like everything I do in a day?
Yeah.
And there's some psychopaths out there who like, I've done 5 hours of yoga by 7 a.m. or whatever. What Anthony Mackie's one's really good because he's like, I get up early and I work out and then I go for a cocktail and have a burrito or something. And he's chilling.
Wahlberg who had a funny one as well. Mark Wahlberg had an insane one. They're all just, they're bonkers. Yeah. Like half of mine would be like, get up, go to work, go home, Instagram Reels for a bit, and then realise, bollocks, need to wash the pots.
Bit of brain rot,
bit
of dinner, bit of Football Manager, hit my hydration.
Yeah.
We're good.
Insane. But I wouldn't be, I think Miz and Nick Khan are set, one would assume, to re-sign, barring any sort of seismic changes. Dragon Lee's a very interesting one.
Yeah. Nick Khan is not taking over New Japan or something.
Nick Khan is all elite.
Nick Khan is all elite would be such a funny graphic. Imagine if Tony Khan was Nick Khan's boss. Like in terms of like the power dynamic, that's funny. That's just
I want them to do the Young Bucks Khan entrance.
Why not? Shaka Khan. I like Shaka.
There we go. We found another one.
Ain't nobody like Asuka. Ain't nobody ready for Asuka. There you go. Terrible. She's turning heel in WWE and they are fast forwarding it now, apparently.
Yeah.
So we've seen this on Raw, a bit of tension between her, Kairi Sane, and Io Sky, and like they were friends for a bit, the long history together, but Io kind of distancing herself from the tag team. All of that stuff as Io becomes more and more of a face. She's obviously a big-time baby face.
Love it.
It's good. I can't do it without hurting my brain. But yeah, apparently this, according to PW Insider, the Asuka term was initially supposed to be slow burn. Now they are fast-forwarding it due to Naomi's impending absence. So, sounds like they feel like they need another heel to fill that gap. Asuka, I think, is good at both.
Yeah.
Face and heel. When she was a badass killer babyface in NXT, that was the best times of all times. But I also think she's a really great heel. I would like to see a more sustained effort with Asuka, for sure. I think one of the great missed opportunities of the past couple of years was, I thought her Royal Rumble return a few years ago, when she was like right up in, I can't remember, was it 2023, 2022?
That seems right. Yeah, it seems more recent than
Yeah, when she was doing her entrance, she had the mask and she was like right in the camera's face. Like, I thought she got a really good buzz coming out of that show and nothing happened.
Yeah.
So on this latest return, I hope at least it's something cool. her and Io long-term feud could be rocking.
I mean, anyone who gets programmed with Io Sky, it's celebrations in it because Io is just jaw-dropping.
Best wrestler in the company.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Like the match she had on Raw was yet again absolutely sensational. And yeah, now she hasn't got the title, and it doesn't seem like she's going to be. I mean, she is going to be factored into it, but you don't see her. Well, maybe with the Naomi stuff, who knows? But you don't see her winning it back anytime soon. So, but you want to keep seeing her do exciting stuff. And yeah, I mean, I will say this: anytime I get to watch Io Sky and Asuka yell at each other in Japanese, I love it.
It's good.
It's weird. I can't understand a word, and yet I can understand what they're sort of aiming at. You could get from the backstage interaction that Io was like, "You cost me out there. Why were you doing?" And Asuka's like, "I'm trying to help, mate." But yeah, it has seemed a little sudden for them to suddenly be like, "I hate you now." Yeah. They're not necessarily "I hate you," but they've had a row, and it's going to sort of develop from there. And Paul Kyrie sort of caught in the middle of all this. I can see. I got really excited about this on the Raw review, speculating as to where they go from here. Like you say, an Io versus Asuka singles match or singles sort of trilogy even could be really enjoyable. And you could factor in like Kyrie again being torn and then unfortunately siding with the heel Asuka, and then oh no, Io Sky, who could possibly help her out, who could have feuded with her for a long time, so much so that they forged this sort of respectful relationship, maybe even a friendship. That's right, it's Rhea Ripley, one of the best tag teams you could have in the world of wrestling, in my opinion. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. So I think if this is the sort of catalyst, Jay Watt, for all this sort of thing, I'm down for it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, a hell of a... Not bad, is it? We've lost one of our best heels. Just use Asuka, one of the best Japanese wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And speaking of the best of all time, UK wrestling fans, Xavier Woods. Now, take this with a pinch of the fact that Xavier Woods is
a heel,
brilliantly playing a heel right now, whether it be with a big hat or a small hat on Monday Night Raw.
Hey, that hat was a good thumbnail for Raw last week.
It was.
There you go.
But he very recently tweeted and, started quite the debate regarding wrestling fans, tweeting yesterday, "North American wrestling fans hear one UK chant and run that thing into the ground."
Funny.
Which, I mean, folks, where's the lie? Just on Raw last night, someone in the replies on the Reddit thread for this sort of thing pointed out that obviously the Roman Reigns, Roman or Cody Rhodes. On top of that, we had Dirty Dom, Io Sky, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, Becky Lynch. He's not wrong.
Yeah. It's a British football chant.
Indeed.
First of all, yeah. Willow Flood. We used to sing that for Willow Flood.
Willow Flood. That's the name I've heard
Willow Flood.
Decades.
Yeah, strange guy. Willow Flood.
I think you can sort of compare this to. I always love seeing the videos of UK or specifically like English soccer football fans compared to like Americans fight and win chants. It is and there's levels to this game.
Different culture, isn't it?
Also the top reply I saw from a guy called Dan Hero was very good in this Reddit thread. American crowds can't do chants outside of 3 or 4 syllables without some heavy instructions first.
That's harsh. Well, they're not chanting "Il est vraiment phénoménal." That's it. What's your least favourite wrestling chant in the world?
I mean, what? It's not really a chant.
What sucks.
The what thing is the worst thing in wrestling by far. But I like the really creative ones, or, some of the football... it's more football for me. Yeah. Some of the football chants, I'm like, that's genius. I mean, it's sort of become a business now, but like, we're lucky enough at my beloved Chesterfield FC to have Will Grigg. And now I can't hear "Freed from Desire" in the same way again.
"Freed from Desire" is a football song now. I'm sorry, it's been
we
claimed.
own it.
It's been claimed. Like, no one else can take that. I hate the bit where it's "the following contest is scheduled for one fall," and people go, "One fall? What?" Stop it! Like, that's not. There was an annoying thing in Britain for a while as well, where when the referee was counting 1, 2, 3, they would count the wrong numbers on purpose.
Oh,
like,
I didn't hear that.
2, 3, and it's like, no, stop this!
Break my brain.
Yeah, stop this. I don't like "We Are Awesome."
No,
I've not heard that in a while.
No,
I don't really like "This Is Awesome" either, but.
I think "This Is Awesome" is kind of been slightly overused. I do remember the look on, and this was at WrestleMania. This is like the peak of like Hamlet's excitement for WWE and wrestling. We were there. We were so lucky. It had just been like post-pandemic. I think it was 38. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It was Big Chair Judgment Day Vane Edge versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I think that was the one where Rhea joined the Judgment
That
Day.
was a
if I'm not mistaken.
Turquinho.
Yeah, someone tried to start a weird, "This is awesome" chant, and the look on Hamler's face, he was so disappointed.
I love it. I love it when that. I do love it when that chant starts during an absolute pile of dung match. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
There was one at WrestleMania this year that I won't bury, but the people behind us started going, "This is awesome," and I was like, "What are you on about?"
It feels like sometimes they just go, "Is this the time we have to do it?"
Yeah.
Or they want to be.
Yeah.
I love wrestling fans, and I think they're very creative, and they can be very entertaining at times. But one of the worst things is when someone thinks, "I think you're starting to make the show about me."
Yeah, I don't like that. There's a lot you can learn from football fans, evidently. I'm glad there's some football chants that I'm glad have not made it over. Like, I don't want people going to a wrestling show and chanting Jimmy Savile, he's one of your own. Right?
Do you know what they need to include? Do you know that thing where someone goes up to take a goal kick?
Yeah.
And they go like, "Ooh." That's what we need in wrestling. I don't know what it's for, like a superplex or something.
Someone falling over. Yeah. Something like that. You know they're about to fall over. Ooh. The good one in the SPFL, Scottish Premiership, is there used to be a Rangers striker called Philip Sebo who was diabolically bad. Like, he was an intergalactic calamity. I think he scored one goal. It was against Aberdeen, obviously. But now, anytime someone misses badly, even 15 years later, people go, "Sebo, Sebo."
Oh no, what a legacy.
So when someone botches during a wrestling match, Sebo. Do that in Aberdeen, everyone will be like, good stuff. Do it in America, they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" But hey, if you want to hear people talking weird stuff, here's the wildest things that have ever been said on Wrestling Live TV. New Jack thumbnail, baby. You know it's good.
Check
See
it
you
out.
later.
Bye.